Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. So I put the new starter gears and the new starter on the Astro, and you guys could see I got the wires right here, jump pack. I got to trickle some gas in, set up the camera, and we'll give this thing a start. We'll see how the starter gears sound once it's running. Okay, looks like you guys could see everything. Just so you know, it's a cold start, right? Ice cold. I just got to connect the, this powers up the switches for the starter. That fires up the CDI box. Choke. I'm just going to give it one click of choke and see how she does. So there we have it. Obviously it started, it runs, actually sounds pretty good. This one here has the PZ27 Carburetor hack, and I have a separate video on that. I was asked to do one. I found some better pieces to make it out of. It's a little cheaper, it's a little simpler, so I'll put that up separately. If you listen to the engine, it sounds like I still have some noise on top, and if I shut it down, I think that has something to do with the Kickstarter. The Kickstarter itself is a little iffy, right? As a matter of fact, if you listen, that besides the clicking, you could kind of hear a little whirling, so I think that has something to do with the Kickstarter. So, how are we doing on this thing? We're going to get a ride out of it, and I'll talk about the financial ruin that this thing is during that ride. So I got to put a gas tank on it, and we'll go forward with that. I am getting some top end noise, which disappoints me. I really thought that the starter clutch and new gears would fix everything, but obviously that's not the case. Anyway, let me get this thing turned around and sorted out, and we'll try to get a ride out of it. I've not ridden this thing. I've never ridden this one, so as a matter of fact, I don't remember. I might have ridden an Astro once, and I remember thinking it was heavy, but maybe I just dreamt that also. Anyway, so I'll get this turned around, we'll get it out, I'll smash the GoPro on, and we'll see if we can't get a ride out of it. Okay, here we have it in most of its glory. Let's see how it does for the first ride. By the way, this is dangerous. You go into a turn and yank this off. See how quickly you're falling and wondering what happened. All right. So it moves. Clutch needs to be adjusted. It's a little bangy. I don't hear any bad sounds like Jiffy Pop though. Well, I'm happy. The transmission is perfect. The clutch is good. The top end sounds like junk. You know, my problem with this machine at this point is I think I paid $450 for it. The starter and the replacement starter gears were close to $200. So that takes me to $650. I got $50 worth of battery into it. There's $700. I mean, I got a lot of coin in this thing. And as that top end is getting hotter, I think you can hear it. It's sounding less good. I'm going to have to pop the top end. I'm going to have to pop the top end motor mount and take the skull cap off and see what the heck is going on. Something's wrong there. Doesn't sound right. Yeah, it doesn't sound right at all. But the rear axle sounds good. I don't hear any bad sounds there. Just the valve chain. Everything else seems to be okay. Well, and the Kickstarter. I don't know, is this rig going to fit? The front end on this thing is almost 4 foot wide. Yeah, she's big. You know, in a race, I think with that fat front end, it would be more competitive than I thought it would be. It is heavy, but I don't think it handles too bad. I've driven a lot worse. By the way, it's got no brakes that I could